what I learned about tarab. I do listen to Arabic music, but I never thought about a lot of the things that we went over in class, like maqam and tarab, and really I didn't even know the term until I read a lot of the books, and they were very interesting and insightful. And I feel like this class should be offered again because I feel like the Middle Eastern Studies department doesn't really focus on culture as much as it should. Like, it's a lot of history, a lot of other things, but I feel like when you're studying something like directly like that, like Middle Eastern Studies, culture is very important, especially in the Middle East. Culture is extremely important, and music is an integral part of culture that should be gone over, and there should be a focus on that. So I feel like this class should be offered in the future.
This is my first Arabic class, and I learned a lot of like different culture and music. I learned exactly how she said about tarab as well. I had no clue. I didn't know much about Arabic music as part of like before, but it was a good experience though.
I've never actually listened to Arab music before this class, and a lot of the things that I learned in this class helped me with other ones, just understanding how preserving traditions can advance a culture, and it really helps you understand how history really affects our present. And it's wonderful to learn about other cultures because it allows you to really see into what your own culture is.
Well, I grew up in a house where music was a big part of our life, every day, ceremonies, everything. But I don't think growing up I actually knew what Arabic music really meant, what it involved. And so taking this class, I learned a lot about how the culture, the society, history, and different countries and nations in the Middle East integrated all together to actually have such a genre that's very prominent these days. So I learned a lot just through this class, from my culture, my own traditions, and the music and the history, religious-wise as well. So I think that in the future it should definitely be given out to classes here and at other universities, because it's not just one genre that you're learning about, it's many others as well.
I appreciated this class very much because anyone who takes a really rigorous course or schedule needs something that's more intellectually challenging, except it's very fun and interesting to actually read about. I mean, I have a Middle Eastern background and I listen to Middle Eastern music all the time, but again, it opened up a whole new world with more technical terms, and it was very insightful, and all the books that we read were truly informative, and I took a lot of what they said and I actually like to use it with my parents, who are very proud that I know more technical terms now, like mawad and stuff. And it's a very good way to ease the break, but it was very, we had a lot of other essays and stuff that really tested what we learned and how much we knew about what we were reading about, and that's why I enjoyed it. It was good and it was challenging as well.
This class was very effective, I think, for our generation today. We lose sight of tradition and we just go on about, integrating with different cultures, and then we lose sight of where we really are truly from. So I think this class, when it comes to music, it helped us to grow in, and probably if we go to concerts now, we look forward to listening to music such as tarab and just understanding the old generation, the artists, and learning how probably much better it is from the artists of today. So this class was very well informing, and it was fun.
I agree with Shireen when she said that the Middle Eastern Studies department here doesn't really treat culture very fairly. We learn a lot about politics and history, but this class really allowed me to look into the Arab culture. I didn't have that growing up. I didn't grow up in an Arab household, and also I felt that this class, I was on kind of an even footing with everyone else, even though there are people in this class that are familiar with Arabic music because I've been in like Arabic language classes where I definitely felt like I wasn't on even footing with everyone else because a lot of other people already knew Arabic and spoke it. So also, I didn't grow up with very much music in my house, so anything I know about music I learned on my own, and I felt that I was able to learn a lot more about a type of music that I was really interested in, and I couldn't have gotten that from anywhere else.